Beware. Your bathroom is not safe. Inside, there is a hidden recording device planted by someone who wants to shame you publicly. Archangel Michael says, there's something happening behind closed doors that your eyes have not seen, but your spirit has already felt. You've noticed the feeling strange sensations, sudden chills, the discomfort that rises when you're alone in that space. That's not just paranoia, it's a divine warning reaching you before shame explodes into your reality. Someone entered your home not just with feet, but with an agenda. They moved quietly, respectfully on the outside, but inside their heart burned with envy. This is not just about jealousy, it's about control, revenge, and sabotage that is now ticking like a hidden clock behind your walls. The place meant to be your most vulnerable sanctuary has been invaded, the one place you go to breathe, to reset, to cry in silence, has become a trap set by someone who wants your downfall. And they didn't do it randomly, they picked your bathroom with calculated malice. They placed a device, carefully disguised, hoping you'd never notice it until it was too late. But Archangel Michael says, what they meant to use for your humiliation will become the reason they're exposed. Type Amen to get blessing 333, they are watching you, not in love, not in concern, but in manipulation. Every time you've stepped in that room and thought you were alone, they've been closer than you imagined. The recordings haven't been shared yet, but they are waiting for the moment that benefits them most. They want you embarrassed. They want to steal your dignity. They want to see your reaction when you realize that your privacy has been used as their weapon. And worse, this person is not a stranger. They know your schedule. They know your habits. They've been to your home pretending to be harmless. This is deeper than invasion. It is betrayal from someone who wears a smile in daylight and a devil's grin in darkness. Type Amen to get blessing 474. Archangel Michael says, the evidence is still there, hidden behind objects that look harmless. A small vent cover, a fake decoration. Even something as innocent as a scent diffuser. Their hands moved with precision. They covered their tracks. But no amount of deception can outsmart divine truth. You've had dreams recently, dreams of being watched, followed, stared at from behind doors. These weren't random nightmares. They were warnings wrapped in vision. You are not crazy. You are being spiritually awakened before destruction can manifest. Type Amen to get blessing 757. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20, the enemy behind this setup thinks they have time. They think you're too distracted, too trusting, too peaceful to suspect what they've done. But what they don't know is that your spirit has already been activated. You may not have seen the device with your eyes yet, but your soul has already begun to shake the foundations it hides upon. Heaven is preparing the perfect moment to let you discover it. This discovery won't just be emotional, it will be legal. Because what they've done crosses more than boundaries, it violates law, ethics, and spirit. And when the truth comes out, so will their secrets. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. There's a camera, a listening chip, a data transmitter, whatever form it's in, it's feeding your private moments into a system that was not meant to ever access you. They are planning to use it at a key moment. Maybe during a business deal, a personal celebration, or when you're finally at peace again. They want to shake you when you least expect it. But Archangel Michael says, they've already triggered their own downfall. Every second that recording device collects, heaven is documenting 10 times louder. There is a reversal happening now. And the same footage they thought would ruin you will be what brings their entire plan crashing down. Type Amen to get blessing 999. You've noticed the signs, the slight buzzing sound. The sense that something's off. The tiny flicker you once ignored. It was never nothing. They came into your life pretending to care. Pretending to support you. But they were building a trap behind their compliments and small gifts. You are being protected now, not just spiritually, but legally. A divine shield is forming around you, and anything meant to disgrace you will now disgrace them instead. Archangel Michael says, what was planted to harm you is now turning on the one who buried it. Type Amen to get blessing 303. Someone will tip you off. A comment will slip. A neighbor, a friend, or even a stranger will say something that confirms what your heart already knows. You'll feel it instantly. That's the moment heaven planned for exposure. You'll check. You'll look closer. And you will find it. And when you do, don't be afraid. Be firm. That moment will be your shift into full authority. The time for silence will be over. You will confront, not with emotion, but with undeniable proof. Type Amen to get blessing 5858. The person who did it will panic. First, they'll deny. Then they'll deflect. Then they'll try to disappear. But it won't work. The truth will follow them like a shadow in daylight. They will be questioned, cornered, and caught. They underestimated your resilience, your awareness, your divine protection. And now their mistake will be permanently recorded in their own life. Archangel Michael says, let them run, but they cannot hide from what heaven has revealed. Type Amen to get blessing 444. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20 you won't need to raise your voice. The proof will speak louder than any denial they try to give. One look at what you found will leave them scrambling for excuses. You'll remember every moment they smiled in your face while hiding a dark secret behind your back. That memory won't hurt anymore, it will fuel your strength. Because now you're walking into the room with evidence, not emotion. The officers will take your report seriously. They'll nod, review, document, and ask for every detail. Because this isn't just an invasion. It's criminal. Archangel Michael says, this is the season where what they did in secret becomes their public fall. You will not be silenced. You will be defended. Type Amen to get blessing 1011. The moment the authorities reach them, their composure will break, their hands will shake. Their voice will tremble under questioning. They thought they were safe. That you were too naive to catch on. But they underestimated your spiritual backup. They'll try to delete footage. They'll wipe devices. But heaven already mirrored their actions into divine memory. No corruption, no technical trick, no lawyer will be able to rewrite what has been recorded in both the earthly realm and the spiritual one. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. The arrest will be quick. Quiet for now, but it won't stay that way. Once their name hits the system, others will come forward. Because this wasn't their first time. You weren't their only target, but you were the one they couldn't take down. You'll hear stories that match yours. Similar tactics. Similar invasion. But none of those voices had the strength to rise until now. Archangel Michael says, your boldness has unlocked justice for more than just you. Chains are breaking because you decided to speak. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. As they're being processed, they'll try to call people for help. Try to spin the story in their favor. But the truth is moving faster than their lies. Their friends will distance. Their circle will crumble. And the power they thought they had will evaporate in front of them. Because what they built was a house of secrets, and you just kicked the front door wide open. You, the one they tried to humiliate, are now the voice everyone is listening to. And your strength is forcing hidden darkness into the light. Type Amen to get blessing 5252. You'll be invited to give a statement. To sit across from people who once wouldn't have believed you, but now they listen without blinking. You will be calm. Clear. Covered. Your words will carry the weight of truth, and those who hear it will feel something shift inside them. This is bigger than embarrassment. It's spiritual redemption. You're not getting your dignity back, you're being given a crown. Archangel Michael says, you were never the victim of this story. You were the chosen vessel for truth. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. As your name gets cleared, your story will spread. Not as gossip, but as a warning. A story of survival. A lesson in trust, a testimony of divine protection. People will message you in secret. Some will say thank you. Others will admit they almost fell for the same trap. You'll become the voice that breaks silence, the light that exposes shadows. And the proof that God doesn't sleep on the innocent. This isn't revenge. This is divine reversal. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. They'll be sentenced, not just in court, but in life. Reputation gone. Trust destroyed. Opportunities lost. And you won't need to gloat, your peace will speak for you. Your success will say what your mouth never needs to. Because while they were planting shame, you were being prepared for glory. Archangel Michael says, this is not the end. This is the beginning of a life where no one dares violate your boundaries again. Type Amen to get blessing 4848. You will renovate that bathroom. Spiritually cleanse it. Redecorate it. Make it holy again, because it's no longer a space tied to darkness. It's a room where your enemy lost power. It's now a room of victory. Even your home will feel lighter. As if heaven itself walked through your halls and lifted the air, you are not just safe. You are anointed. And now, the angels surround your space fully. Type Amen to get blessing 808. People will begin to speak your name in rooms you've never stepped into. Some will say, that's the one who didn't fold. Others will say, they uncovered what everyone else ignored. You won't need to campaign for favor. You've already earned it through pain, through patience, through quiet resilience. Now favor will locate you, and those who once treated you like a background presence will realize you were the main voice of truth all along. Your elevation will not be a surprise, it will be divine prophecy fulfilled. Type Amen to get blessing 4040. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20 you will find that even your body begins to feel lighter. Your sleep deepens, the tightness in your chest disappears. Because the burden of being wrongly watched, wrongly targeted, wrongly accused is no longer on you. The atmosphere around you has changed. Archangel Michael says, the place they violated has been reclaimed by heaven. That bathroom is no longer a trap, it's a throne room of testimony. Your house is now surrounded by angelic presence, and no unclean spirit will dare cross your threshold again. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. You'll start hearing about opportunities that feel too good to be true, but they're real. God will use this incident to catapult your voice and your presence into industries, conversations, and circles that were once closed. Because your story is not just your story, it's a tool, a weapon, a key to unlock awareness for others. You will become a vessel for truth in places filled with deception. You will be invited to speak, to share, to testify, not as a victim, but as a victor. Not in pain, but in power. And everything they recorded trying to destroy you will now be used to elevate you. Type Amen to get blessing 5656. You'll receive unexpected messages from people you haven't spoken to in years. Some who doubted you. Some who left when you were at your lowest. But now, they will return with questions, apologies, and stunned silence. Because you survived what many couldn't, you stood through something engineered to break you. But instead of collapsing, you rose. Instead of crumbling, you awakened. Archangel Michael says, the crown was always yours. It just had to be fought for in silence first, and now that season is over. Type Amen to get blessing 3434. Your bathroom will be cleaned and blessed. You'll replace things. Change colors, rebuild it as a place of refreshing, not fear. Every time you walk in, it will no longer feel like a shadowed corner of your life. It will feel like victory. Because you exposed what was hidden and reclaimed what was once dark. Even your prayers there will feel different, stronger, louder, direct. Because now, that room carries your authority. It is no longer a space where you were watched, it is where you are now watched over. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. The one who set the trap. They'll remain under spiritual arrest long after the legal system forgets their name. They will feel watched for the rest of their life. Because they triggered divine judgment when they touched what was sacred, when they violated what heaven was covering. And no matter how they try to rebuild their image, the memory of what they did will follow them. They will never again know peace like the one you walk in now. Archangel Michael says, their actions wrote their future. And your obedience rewrote yours. Type Amen to get blessing 4747. In the months ahead, a door will open that brings total transformation. A new place. A new home. A new season. And though you won't run from what happened, you will no longer feel chained to it. You will carry only the lessons, never the weight. Your future is now purified. Your space is now protected. And your presence is now powerful in every room you enter. Archangel Michael says, you are no longer who you were before the betrayal. You are who you were born to be, whole, wise, and unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. And at last, you will feel it in your bones. Peace, like a sacred hush over your soul. Not temporary, but lasting. Not fragile, but forged. You will smile at how the story ended. And heaven will echo your smile back, because what was meant for shame has been turned into your most powerful platform. And what was hidden in darkness has now crowned you in light. Archangel Michael says, the war is over. The battle is finished. The victory is eternal. Type Amen to get blessing 6060. It begins with a knock you weren't expecting. But this time, it's not danger. It's destiny. Someone you've never met has been watching your rise quietly. And they've come with purpose. They're not here for small talk. They've studied your strength. And they say, we need your voice. What you went through, others are still trapped in. And you are the key to get them out. Your first reaction is quiet disbelief. You never imagined the bathroom betrayal would become a global assignment. But Archangel Michael says, what was once your prison has become your pulpit. Type Amen to get blessing 7777. They invite you to places that once felt unreachable, government halls, corporate rooms, spiritual summits. You don't just enter, you take over with grace. And when you speak, the room stills. Not because of volume, but because of vibration. Your presence carries power that cannot be faked. Every time you share what happened, how you found the device, how you stood strong, how you reported it, people listen as if truth itself was sitting beside you. Because it is. Type Amen to get blessing 5050. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $20, your story becomes the fire that burns away shame in others. People start confessing things they were too afraid to speak about. Other victims find their voice again. They say, because you stood, I finally feel safe. Because you fought, I finally believe healing is possible. Because you didn't break, I now see how strong I truly am. You become a walking reminder that survival isn't the end, it's the beginning of spiritual dominion. Archangel Michael says, you are now a warrior of light. Your presence cleanses atmospheres. And your journey will now activate freedom in cities, nations, and generations. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. Your home becomes a sanctuary, angels guard every door. Peace rests over your roof like oil. Even the air feels different, charged with glory. You redecorate, not just furniture, but frequency. You anoint every room, you play worship in the background. You fill mirrors with affirmations. You set boundaries so strong that darkness itself doesn't dare approach. And that bathroom? It is now a place of morning power and evening covering. What was once watched now becomes a place where God watches over you intimately. Type Amen to get blessing 3330. But just when peace becomes your new rhythm, heaven speaks again. Now prepare, another assignment is coming. This time, it's not just about your home, it's about someone else's. Someone near you, maybe a friend, a coworker, a loved one, is walking blindly into a trap similar to what you escaped, but they won't see it until it's too late. That's why you're being sent. Not with fear, but with fire. Not with panic, but with prophecy. You will go in silently but shake everything spiritually, Archangel Michael says. Once you've survived the trap, you're commissioned to destroy it wherever it rises. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. You arrive at their place and feel it instantly. That same chill in the spirit. That same shift in your stomach, something is off, and heaven confirms it. You don't say anything yet. You wait. Watch. And then you spotted another device, another hidden lens. Another voice recorder. But this time, you're not shocked, you're ready. You expose it without hesitation. And your voice shakes the room, they break down, crying. They had no idea. Someone close to them had planned their embarrassment. Their downfall. And you were sent as the rescue. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. They look at you in disbelief. How did you know? How did you see it so fast? And you smile softly and say, because I've been through it before, and now, I don't miss the signs. They hug you. Thank you. Say, you saved me. But you know it wasn't just you, it was your pain repurposed into prophetic awareness. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. From that moment on, your life becomes a rhythm of divine assignments. You are no longer known by what was done to you. You are known by what heaven did through you. And that recording device, that wicked plot, it became the very reason heaven gave you a platform no devil can touch. Archangel Michael says, your voice cannot be deleted. Your light cannot be hidden. And your story cannot be silenced. Type Amen to get blessing 8080.